All right, so now with our new segment, we're going off of our Sony PlayStation line. We went over that last episode. So now we have something that I wanted to discuss. It doesn't have to be too long. But they announced God of War Ragnarok, and with the sixth mainline entry in the series, the first three were about Greek gods. This new one, also titled God of War, terrible name, the fourth God of War, because there was a prequel, I'm counting the prequel.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth God of War was Norse mythology. Well, apparently there's not going to be a Norse trilogy because Ragnarok, there's not doing Norse mythology. That is the last Norse mythology God of War game. So now, which begs the question, with what little we know, where is this series going to go from here? Is this going to be the end of the Kratos saga, like the last God of War game? Or are we going to hop into a new one? A new mythology?
Well, I mean, I can't remember. Did you beat God of War?
1, 2, and 3, yes.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. Not what I was asking.
Listen, you said beat God of War, and it's not my fault they made a terrible title. That can mean a lot of things.
Anyways, in God of War 2018,
Terrible name.
there, like Doom 2016's any better?
No, it's not.
Exactly.
But they capitalized it, so it's different. See, the first game is D, capital D, lowercase O-O-M. The new one, it's all uppercase.
Actually, now it's called the Ultimate Doom.
Your Ultimate Doom, okay?
Thank you. In God of War 2018, there is that room. I don't remember what the context of the room was because I haven't played it since the game came out. But there is a room that has a bunch of other mythological stuff. You know, you get some Egyptian stuff. I think so. There's some Japanese folklore in there. So, I mean, at this point, you could kind of go anywhere in terms of like pantheons and stuff. I don't know where they'd go.
Well, which one would you prefer? Which one do you think they'd go?
I think Egyptian would be the most interesting.
Okay.
Because like, maybe I'm just not as informed. But aside from like Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't really know what other Egyptian mythology, how much Egyptian mythology plays into pop culture. Personally, again, I might just be really uninformed.
Well, if you want some disappointment, the Egyptian gods in Yu-Gi-Oh are not actual.
I know that much. I know that much.
Well, no, that's how you know you're going to be disappointed. Unfortunately, the hieroglyphs never talked about Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Damn it!
Well, no, actually, that brings this thing up. Do you know one of the endings they wanted for God of War 3?
No.
Okay.
Or maybe. I have no idea what the ending is.
For a 10-year-old game, that was fine. So at the end, Kratos kills basically all the Greek gods, gets his revenge, and he kills Zeus. Bada bing, bada boom, shebang. One of the proposed endings was after he killed Zeus. Apparently, because he's on top of Olympus, he'd see all the other gods. So what they wanted to do was he'd see Norse mythology gods and Egyptian gods, one on one side, one on the other, and there was a Kratos in each of those, like an Egyptian Kratos and a Norse Kratos. And I guess God of War 4, before they rebranded it, it was basically going to be all the Kratoses teaming up together to wipe out all of the mythology. And
so you're saying it's God of War Enter the Kratos verse?
Yes, Enter the Kratos verse.
Very nice.
So we got the Norse one, so I think you're hitting the money on the head with Egyptian.
Yeah.
It's because like they wanted to do Egyptian mythology, which that sounds pretty cool to me.
Listen, I assume that if they do go the Egyptian route, they'll give him a different weapon other than the Leviathan axe. Whatever weapon you get to use, I'd be down to just absolutely tear Set, the crocodile-headed guy, a new asshole. That'd be freaking rad, man. I want to do that.
That sounds wonderful.
Exactly.
But however, since you brought up, there is that idea of Japanese, and Kratos with an egregiously long flaming katana does sound kind of sick. Him fighting like yokai spirits and dragons.
Incredible.
But like I don't know, but now we're gonna hit the point where if they just keep making God of War games, Now let's say they keep making God of War games. We knock out Egyptian. We're like, we have receding hairlines. We're in our 60s. They knocked out Japanese, right? Where would they even go?
Kratos takes on the Christian God. That'll get the right wingers really upset. And you know what? I'll be here for it.
But like, no, honestly, like, what folklore is even left that's that?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, maybe Mexican.
Native American could be interesting.
Oh, but no, that one's. Have you like actually like what kind of Native? Like American Native American? Because there's like so many random tribes.
That is very true.
It's hard because like Egyptian mythology, it's kind of like we've like homogenized everything, but like every tribe had their own mythology.
That is true. So it might be difficult to do.
So that one might be because like Mexican, like they have the Aztec minds, but that's all homogenized. Like we can pick out like Quetzalcoatl and stuff like that. Like Native American might be harder than like I don't know. That's an issue. Like maybe like I don't know because I can only think of like Mexican. When you said Native, if they find a way to homogenize it or like make it like seem whole. South American?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, in terms of like how popular different mythologies are, I feel like Greek and Norse are the two biggest ones.
Yeah. Well, and now Japanese.
Yeah, but I feel like that's more of a recent development with stuff like Ghost of Tsushima, Neo, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's more recent.
Back when the original God of War trilogy came out, like I don't think anyone really cared about Japanese mythology.
Yeah, no one did. But I don't know. I'm excited. They showed off some of the redesigns for Ragnarok. We loved it, especially with
Big Thor.
Big Thor. And well, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Although this would totally ruin our segment if Ragnarok is officially the last God of War.
I do like how they're bringing in the Norse God of War in that game, though. Tyr.
Oh yeah.
And he like towers over Kratos, which is pretty rad. But I mean, I think going forward, if we see more gods of war, I think that'd be a really cool idea.
Yeah, Egyptian, or Japanese.
Yeah. Though I don't really know if other mythologies have like, I mean, obviously we have Anubis, who's the god of death, but I don't know how many other themed gods there are.
That's a good point, because Japanese, that'd be more like demons than actual gods.
Which would be pretty rad.
That would be rad. But let us know what you think. Tell us if you think God of War is going to end at Ragnarok, or if they're going to just go to a new mythology. Let us know. And if it turns out to be the end, we'll have like a big rest in peace. We'll have like a little gravestone right there, the God of War franchise.